Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to today's morning report on Friday the 2nd of June with me, Rich Market Analyst at Handset Market. It's non-farm payrolls day and we had a strong data point out of the ADP yesterday that has helped to significantly improve sentiment really. This is the ADP number that we had yesterday, 253,000. ADP is seen to be a bit of a harbinger for payrolls and certainly that would suggest that we could well be in for a positive headline payrolls number today, and that sort of has helped to move markets significantly yesterday. Wall Street was strongly higher. Let me show you the S&P, which closed well into all-time high territory at the day high, and it's really strong number there. In terms of the currencies, not a huge amount of movement, bit of dollar strength yesterday afternoon, but basically flat today in front of this payrolls report. The interesting move is coming actually in the oil price, which is falling quite sharply. Yesterday it was down, and today it's down. Now that that has come on the back of President Trump announcing that the US was going to pull out the Paris Accord agreement on climate change, and basically that has sort of gone to the expectation that perhaps that sort of leaves a better environment for US oil drillers in the States, so that would increase oil supplies for the US, shale oil, etc. So that would be negative for the oil price, and it's fallen below 48. That completes a little top pattern and actually implies about $4 to the downside, so it could be quite a significant drop away now on the oil price, potentially, if this continues to gain momentum to the downside. So that's not great for the oil price. But in terms of payrolls today, we've got an expectation of 180, but you could see that beaten to the upside, with the in light of the payrolls, the ADP report yesterday. But focus, I think, also comes on a few other elements of this report. You've got the unemployment, which is expected to stay at 4.4%, but the underemployment, the U6, will be worth looking at. Now, U6 fell sharply last month, and again, if it goes below sort of 8.5, that is back into the territory we saw during 2006, 2007, during the really strong bull market. So that would suggest that the labour market is tightening. Average hourly earnings as well, 0.2% is the expectation, which would be around about the 2.5% that we saw for the year-on-year data last month. So no real traction on the average hourly earnings. So maybe that would suggest that a strong payrolls report on the headline may be sort of tempered slightly if the average hourly earnings are not so positive. Certainly with the dollar moves, that is. Anyway, so that's payrolls report today. So my chart of the day is the Aussie dollar. Now, what we have seen is the Aussie dollar been under pressure. I'll sort of drag it back, because what we have got is this top pattern, 250 ticks of top that was completed on a move below 75. Big figure implies 250 pips, which is 72.50. Now, what we have got is this pullback to the neckline of that breakdown, which we saw throughout sort of the middle of May, and that's fallen away, and we started to see some bear candles forming, some really quite strong bear candles. And not only that, we've fallen below a couple of support levels. We had the support that was came in around 74 area, which had been holding previously last couple of weeks, but that broke decisively to the downside yesterday, and that pretty much reopens that May low of 73.25, which sort of is the key support near term, I suppose you'd say. But looking at the momentum indicators, they don't look happy, do they? The MACD lines crossing lower again, under neutral, that's never good. Stochastics accelerating lower, RSI failing at 60, going below 40 with downside potential. It doesn't look all that great for the Aussie now, so you'd be selling into strength. Certainly you had that little rally yesterday, 74.20. That was a sort of an old support, so old support becomes new resistance, and then to the downside again. So any sort of unwinding move perhaps you get on payrolls today, I think is likely to be seen as a chance to sell the Aussie. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.